Welcome on today's conversation on the future of work, where AI isn't just a buzzword, but a business driver. This is Lenovo Work Reborn, live in Orlando. Hello and welcome to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast. I'm joined here today with my guest, Mike. Mike, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. Mike, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Michael Dawisha, I'm from Michigan, Genesee County, Michigan. I'm the CIO for the county.
Amazing. So, Mike, before we get started in our interview today, I wanted to start with a fun icebreaker question. As you may have heard earlier, we are a partner with FIFA this year, and I thought it might be fun to maybe play a little bit of strategy with each other, okay? So, I want you to pretend that you are the owner of your soccer team, your football team, okay? And a new player has entered. His name is AI, okay? So, if you had complete charge of that football team, what position would AI play? Goalkeeper, striker, or coach? We're pretending that your team is actually an IT workforce. Goalkeeper, striker, or coach?
Or I can make one up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it would have been normally striker, but I'm thinking the people who assist the striker,
The support striker.
Support striker would be the one. I don't see IT being the goal maker. I see, AI. I see AI, the one assisting the people who make the goals, make them better, faster, stronger, louder, all that kind of stuff.
They're
I think
the way.
Making the way.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how you've positioned that. Like, AI is making the way for the future. It's not the future only. Like, it's supporting everybody in a way. Yeah?
Yeah, there's also an element of hope there, because I don't really want the AI robo-overlords taking my future, or my sons or my grandchildren's future. I have a sort of a semi-optimistic view of how this is going to pan out.
Right.
And I still believe we're going to be in charge.
Do you believe that IT support can become so seamless that employees barely notice it, yet still feel empowered and engaged?
Yes.
Tell me about
that. And in a sense, even today, really, it's always been that way. When IT is doing its job well, people don't notice IT. And so if you think about that, that's been a phenomenon forever. So if you think about how AI fits into that, well, it's just going to make IT's job even better, more seamless when it comes to, for example, the interface between you and the client, the customer. And I know that's going to happen. It's already happening today. And so as that happens, you're seeing more and more I'm already seeing it. I predict that it'll be more and more like that people will stop noticing they're dealing with some department because they have a problem. It's because their problems are less and less, or they're easily solvable by something that's very accessible by them. Typically things like, in the old days, you'd call that self-service, those kind of things. If you empower users that much more, they're going to stop noticing that they have to depend on IT because they think it's them solving the problems. It just means IT's already done the homework and legwork and provided the solutions or the anticipation of what people might run into before they run into them. And so if they ever have that problem, they've got a solution ready and waiting.
I'd love to hear on the human side of what we're talking about with AI. So what do you think regarding new roles in the workspace, like prompt engineers or AI risk managers? Like, who do you see joining your IT organization in the next 3 years? What do those roles look like?
I think a lot of it is where we're going today. And I don't know if I have a trouble looking far into the future. I'm looking this year, next year, is hiring engineers who can build more of our infrastructure, and I guess you'd call them prompt engineers, about how we utilize AI and how to make it accessible to the organization. So, we have people right now, we're recruiting to build our AI infrastructure in-house and to evaluate what's available out there that's usable in a vertical way. We're not looking for general AI, we're looking for vertical AI that's specific to certain disciplines. For instance, we have law enforcement.
Right.
So we're looking specifically for AI in the use of law enforcement. And typically that's the things about, what's the most work-intensive thing our law enforcement has? Well, there's the predictive thing about, where may crime occur and how they can reduce that. But really what they want to spend less time doing paperwork. They spend all their time, and you see police officers parked, in their cars doing nothing. They're writing reports, or at least they're avoiding the writing the reports because they hate writing reports. Right. And that's low-hanging fruit for AI. But I don't want to throw that at a general tool. I'd like to, make a specific tool for that purpose with that knowledge base intact. So that's just one example. We have animal control, same thing. Our health department, same thing, same but different.
Right.
So that's what we're looking for, those vertical markets.
I love how you mentioned that. That is a consistent feedback that I'm hearing from people I'm interviewing, which is we don't want a generalized gadget. Like we want personalized, even hyper personalized solutions for what we do on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
What are you most passionate about in your day to day? What lights you up to keep wanting to do this daily work of, leading a team and running the operations day to day?
I like getting recognition. And particularly for my staff, every once in a while, someone will say something that I've done well for them as a boss.
Yeah.
And I love getting that. It makes my day. It's not a daily experience, let me tell you.
Well, especially in IT and everything, it's not every day that you hear that. Back to that support striker, they're the unsung heroes, right? Right.
Right, and that's who I'm always the underdog. You look for those people because they're the ones who are really, the unsung heroes are the ones doing all the heavy lifting, but don't necessarily get the recognition because people don't know to recognize them. Right? Well, I mean, it's in every sport. There's a guy who scores the goals, and there's the hundreds of guys who supported that guy in scoring the goals.
Yes.
I like those guys.
I like those guys too. I love that. We have this thing called Work Reborn, the future of work. What does Work Reborn mean to you?
I suppose it means reanalyzing, reevaluating what it is to do work. Often you go to an organization and you can probably look at people and guess that person is probably 10% productive. And the rest, who knows, for what reason or whatever it is, they're not really producing. Now, is it my goal to get 100% out of everybody? I don't know. I don't know if that would be good or would that be us really driving people into misery. I don't know. So I think it's a combination of getting the most productivity out of people, but also making people satisfied and happy in their workplace. Well, what does that mean? I don't really know, but I think we really need to, as a society, reevaluate that.
Right.
Because we've been pushing and pressing for productivity forever. That's great, but is it really making people happy? And you look at various countries, you compare, say, the United States, and we're very productive, relatively speaking, say, compared to, say, Europe, or you look at the Japanese model, similar to us, they're overworked and they're not very happy. In answer to your question, I think we really need to evaluate our values and what it is that makes us happy and why we're even doing them.
Right.
Hopefully, there's a huge component for AI there.
I completely agree with you. That is so helpful. Thank you for coming by and sharing your insights on the podcast. I really enjoyed this conversation, Mike. And if anyone listening is interested in learning more about the Work Reborn report, make sure you download it. It's available in the link in the description below. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, download it via the QR code on the screen. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us live in Orlando for this amazing episode of Work Reborn. I've been your host, Rita Risha, and it's been a pleasure to bring you insightful conversations from around the world, especially at this event, on how we are bringing new life to the modern workplace. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to stay tuned on more ways that we are doing just that, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe our channel, and download a copy of the Work Reborn report today.
Lenovo.